Good morning, fourth graders in Mrs. Jackson's class. Today you have an assignment that is called multiple step word problems, and it's under classwork. Number 1, Erin and her brother Eli were planting a garden. They planted 312 zinnia seeds, 267 daisy seeds, and 137 geranium seeds. A week later, they found that 256 zinnias, 182 daisies, and 64 geraniums had sprouted. How many of the seeds they planted did not sprout? Right, so these are going to take a little bit to figure out. We're going to need to do multiple steps. So on your scrap paper, you should be writing this down. Let's start with what we know about what they planted. So we know they planted 312 zinnia, 267 daisy, and 137 geranium. So we have 312. I'll draw my tape diagram. And those were zinnia, so I'll put a Z. And then I had 267 daisy. And that's a D for daisy. And then 137 geranium. Now I need to find the total of how many seeds they planted. So to find the total, I would need to add all three of these numbers together. It's difficult to add them sideways, so you'll want to write them up and down like this on the side of your paper and making sure that you're lining up each number in the correct spot for its place value. And then 7 plus 7 is 14, plus 2 is 16. 6 plus 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10, plus 1 is 11. 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 1 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So Erin and her brother Eli planted a total of 716 seeds. Total planted. All right. And now that we know that they planted 716 seeds, we can determine how many actually grew. A week later, they found that 256 zinnias, 182, and 64 geraniums sprouted. Sprouted means they grew. So we had 256 zinnias this time. And I can leave the Z there because it's for zinnias as well. 182 daisies. And 64 geraniums. And if I added these together, that would tell me how many actually grew. So I'll do that over here. 256, make sure you line these up correctly, plus 182. And then 64, make sure the 64, the 6 goes in the tens place and the 4 goes in the ones place. Nothing would go here. Plus sign out of the problem. 6 plus 4 is 10, plus 2 is 12. 6 plus 5 is 11, plus 12, plus 1 is 12, plus 8 is 20. And then 2 plus 2 plus 1 is 5. So even though they planted 716 seeds, only 502 sprouted. That means not all of the seeds actually grew. But what they're asking, the question asks, and I'll change colors, they want to know how many did not sprout. So to find how many did not sprout, I would need to find the difference or see if we're comparing these, what would go here to make this the same as 716. And so when we compare, we easily subtract. So it'd be 716. I always start with the larger number on top, and I will subtract 502. 6 take away 2 is 4. 1 take away 0 is 1. 7 take away 5 is 2. And this tells me that 214 seeds, even though they were planted, did not sprout. And so I can type this in the box. And I should probably erase some of this. Remember, you can always pause the video if you need to catch up. but we will write in our box what we did for all three problems. All right. To solve this problem, I had to find the total amount of seeds that were planted. And then it was 312 plus 267 plus 137 equals 716 total seeds planted. Then I had to add 256 plus 182 plus 64 to get 502. This tells me how many seeds sprouted. To find how many did not sprout, I need to subtract 716 minus 502 to get 214. 214 seeds did not sprout. And we can always fix this because it looks like it's all over. We'll just grab that text box, move it up, and we can pull a little ways this way. Let me erase some of that. And remember, you can pause this if you wanted to copy it down, or if you were doing it on your paper, you could do the same thing. And then you could type your answers in, or if you were just checking to see if you got it right. All right, number 2. Oh boy, that's a lot of scribble scrabble up there. Okay. So question 2 says, Erin opened 3 packets of flower seeds. Each packet contained 100 seeds. On her way to the garden to plant them, Erin tripped and spilled 25 rose seeds, 32 mum seeds, and 56 jasmine seeds. How many seeds did Erin have left altogether? All right, so we know that Erin starts with 3 packets. So in my tape diagram, I would have 3 boxes. And each packet had 100 seeds. That means in each box, I would have 100. Most of you know pretty easily that this is not a good color to write with on that, but 100 is in each box. And if I wanted to know that total number of seeds, 100 plus 100 plus 100 would be 300 seeds altogether. But she couldn't plant all of them because she tripped and some of them spilled. So she spilled 25 rose seeds, 32 mum seeds, and 56 jasmine seeds. Now I should have drawn this smaller than 300 because this is less than 300 since each of these numbers is less than 100, but it's a bit difficult with the mouse. So to find the total number that she spilled, I need to add 25 plus 32 plus 56. So 5 plus 6 is 11, plus 2 is 13. 5 plus 3 is 8, plus 2 is 10, plus 1 is 11. So she spilled 113 seeds were spilled. The question wants to know, how many does she have left that she can still plant? Well, if she spilled these and she started with 300, I need to find the difference, or I need to subtract 113 from 300 to find how many she has left. And see, once I start here and I line up the numbers, I say, if I have 0, I can't take away 3, so I need to borrow. And I say, hey, 0, I need 1. And he says, sorry, man, I'm all out. So that's okay, we'll take it from the 30. So 30 turns to 29, and the 0 turns to 10. 10 take away 3 is 7, 9 take away 1 is 8, 2 take away 1 is 1. So 187 seeds are left to be planted. So I can erase this and we'll type it in the box. All right. Erin started with 300 seeds. And I can write 100 plus 100 plus 100 equals 300. She spilled 113 seeds, and that would be 25 plus 32 plus 56 to equal 113. To find how many she has left to plant, I subtracted 300 minus 113 to get 187. Erin has 187 seeds left. That was it. All right, let's move down to the next one, number 3. Number 3 says, on Saturday, Eli planted 234 carrot seeds, 73 celery seeds, and 121 potato seeds. On Sunday, he planted 168 rhubarb seeds and 265 leek seeds. On which day did Eli plant more seeds? So again, this is a comparison. So we're going to think on Saturday. Eli planted, and I'll do my tape diagram, and I know there's 3 boxes. 234 carrot seeds, and I'll put CAR for carrot. And then 73 celery seeds, so put CEL for celery. And 121 potato seeds, and that's a P. But on Sunday, he did some more planting, and he planted 168 rhubarb and 265 leek. But this time it's only 2 different plants. So it was 168 rhubarb, and that would be R, and 265 leek, and that could be L. So I need to find the total for each of these to see on which day he planted more. All right, so to find the total for Saturday, I would need to add these 3 numbers together, 234 and 73. Notice how I'm lining up the numbers, 121. Nothing would go in the 100 spot when we're adding 73. 4 plus 3 is 1. 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 1 is 8. 7 plus 3 is 10, plus 2 is 12. And 2 plus 1 plus 1 is 4. So on Saturday, he planted 428 seeds. And on Sunday, to find the total here, I would need to add 168 and 265. Remember, when we're adding, it doesn't matter which number goes on top. 8 plus 5 is 13. 6 plus 6 is 12, plus 1 is 13. I think I wrote that wrong. Oh, it is 265, not 256. Good. Okay. 12, 13, and then 2 plus 1 plus 1 is 4. So we have 433 seeds. All right. $168 and $265. I'm just making sure I got the numbers right, because if I tell you the wrong answer, that really wouldn't be fair. All right, so we can easily compare this now to figure out which one was more. Is 428 or 433 more? And the answer would be 433. So on Sunday, he planted more seeds. So I can type in my box. I guess I'll need to erase first. All right, I can say, whoops. Okay. On Saturday, Eli planted 428 seeds, and that would be 234 plus 73 plus 121, and that equals 428. On Sunday, Eli planted 433 seeds. That would be 168 plus 265, and that equals 433. Eli planted more seeds on Sunday. And then the last question, don't forget this, says how many more? So to figure out the difference, how many more, I need to subtract the two totals. This time I definitely need to put the bigger number on top. So 433 was our total for Sunday, and 428 was our total for Saturday. If I have 3, I can't take 8, so I take from him. 13 take away 8 is 5. 2 take away 2 is 0. 4 take away 4 is 0. So the answer, I don't really need zeros in the front. It would just be 5 more seeds. The difference wasn't that much. He planted 5 more seeds on Sunday than he did on Saturday. There you go. All right, last one. On Sunday morning, Erin had an hour and 15 minutes before she had to leave the house to meet her friend Elena. Erin spent 32 minutes watering the garden and 26 minutes weeding. How many minutes did Erin have left before she had to leave to meet Elena? And then Mrs. Jackson gave you a hint that an hour is 60 minutes. All right, so we know that on Sunday, Erin had an hour and 15 minutes, and she spent 32 of those minutes watering and 26 minutes weeding. So we have 32 minutes watering and 26 minutes weeding. So to find those total minutes, I would need to add 32 plus 26. 6 plus 2 is 8. 3 plus 2 is 5. So she spent 58 minutes in her garden. She had an hour and 15 minutes, and she gave us a hint. So we had an hour, that's 60 minutes, but she had an hour and 15 minutes. So to find the total number of minutes, I would add 60 plus 15, and most of you can do that in your head to have 75. It says, how many minutes did she have left before she left? She had to meet Elena. So to find how many she had left, I need to find the difference. I know she has 75 minutes, but she spent 58 of those minutes in her garden. So I'll need to subtract 75 minus 58. I can't do this. 5, I can't take 8, so I take from him. 15 take away 8 is 7, and 6 take away 5 is 1. So she has 17 minutes left before she has to meet her friend. And so I can type in here, let's erase. All right, and I'll just type under there. Erin spent 58 minutes in her garden, and that would be 32 plus 26 equals 58. She had 75 minutes before she had to see her friend, and that would be 60 plus 15 equals 75. I had to subtract to find how many minutes she has left. 75 minus 58 equals 17. Erin has 17 minutes left. And that should be it.